Hi, this is Robert Jean. I'm here in Oklahoma still. Actually, you can see I'm in my backyard. And I just received an email, someone asking me an interesting question. And the question that they asked me, she was asking me why don't I go into past lives? Why don't I talk about the Akashic records? Or why do I don't talk about energy? And there's some really good reasons why I don't do this. First of all, I understand how the mind works, the mechanics of the mind, actual mechanics. And I also understand that the mind is what we call the metaphoric machine, but basically it will take our life experiences, everything it captures, whether it's on TV, radio, what you heard stories from other people, and it'll accumulate this information and store it in the database. And today's problems you have today is an accumulation from birth all the way onward. Do I believe in past lives? Well, here's the truth. I've worked with a lot of people who have quote unquote past lives. People who've had, they would call real experiences of past lives. And so when they come in, I work with them and they have a memory of, as a Trojan warrior stabbed her and her child, And as I go to this past life, I start addressing the past life memory, so to speak. All of a sudden the past life memory changes. So why don't I dig around in past lives? And here's one of the main reasons why. First of all, I believe that you got enough problems this lifetime without trying to go dig around in imaginary lifetimes. I believe that you don't have past lives, and I believe that you did have a childhood. And I do believe and know for a fact that that childhood's over. That means you are here with me. This is real. Before this moment, it is not real. So I don't go into past lives. Now, if you come to me and you got past life memories, and I worked with many people who have past life memories, I go clean all them up. And guess what happens? They change. Now, here's another fact. Another fact about past life memories, your childhood is a past life. That means it's no longer this life right now. That means it's past. So we change and rewrite the past and how you represent the past. So I used to have this concept, well, first of all, they don't exist, which they really don't exist. Your childhood doesn't exist either, so right now is real. Another one was your belief systems and your attitudes are passed through partly as markers on your DNA, but they're not permanent markers. They are not about your past life, but it's about emotions. It's about how you are geared to respond to the world. Or better yet, I believe that really the truth is that your brain is a metaphoric machine. It accumulates and creates and manifests from its current holdings. And I'm studied hypnotist. I would take people into past life memories. And the interesting thing is how many past life memories that I went with people, and they all have the same past life, so to speak. They were all on the cross with Jesus, or they're all Cleopatra. And how can that be so? And the reason is because it's metaphoric. It's not really true. It's just the brain's way to distance ourselves from our current life issues. Now, those who are what I call believers, who believe in this stuff, it's really true because, see, how beliefs work is that a belief is supported by internal references and the kinesthetics. So I don't believe in past lives. I do believe that you may metaphorically represent your current life in a metaphoric expression as a past life, but you really have right now, and we really don't know the real truth. But here's another thing, the reason why I stay away from this, because it's weird. There's some weirdness to it. Now, if you're trying to create a modality, like, the EFT people, they go into the Akashic records, which these imaginary energy fields around the earth, and all your life data is floating around in that. Now, to me, that just seems a little bit way out there in sci-fi, but to believers, it's true. Now, if you want to get your modality to be recognized as scientific, I think you should avoid this kind of stuff, because when you go to a church, or you go to a business, or you go to a school, and you bring this stuff in, they're going to probably burn you at the cross. Maybe. Who knows? But this is just too weird stuff. So the Akashic records, past lives, womb experiences. By the way, the brain of an infant does not have the capacity to record and experience emotions and feelings that we do as adults. So what happens, they will use hypnosis, a guided imagery, to take people into the womb, into past lives, into the future, and the metaphoric mind will create its own understandings, which is built from our current understandings and our holdings today. So can you get healing from all those? Of course, because your metaphoric mind supports and replicates what you already hold inside your head. So it means you can have a fake problem, someone give you a fake problem, you will still have the problem because your brain actually is creating it from its creative self. So do past lives exist? No. Do Akashic records exist? No, unless you're a believer. Now, if you're a believer, these are all true. I'm not a believer. I believe that everything you have is right now. I believe you got enough problems without digging around in some imaginary energy fields or digging around in some weird childhood experiences, or better yet, digging into past lives. Clean up this life. Clean up where you are right now. If you have ideas, metaphorically, this is the brain's way to express what it captured from somewhere. You don't have to know where it comes from, but the truth is, whether they do exist or they don't exist, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you're doing in your head. So that's why I avoid this, because first of all, you've got to have a system that's logical, practical, and makes sense. If someone comes in with a past life experience, I always say, tell me more, because I know it's the brain's ability to create. Now, you think about it logically. Hasn't your brain been doing that all your life? You've had experiences in the past as a child growing up or with ex-partners or moms and dads, and you keep replicating that with your current partners, your current jobs, and your current relationships. This is how the mechanics of the mind works. So clean up what you know. If you have past lives, clean those up. You can go to imaginary womb experiences. The brain doesn't capture that because your brain will use what it knows today and feels today and distort everything. I have somebody come in with a childhood rebirthing or womb experience, and what makes them seem real is the body's reaction and the hypnosis of it. So this is my opinion about this. Now, again, just remember, if you want to change your life, it's simple. Change how you hold things in your mind, make peace with the memories, change the pictures in your head, change the kinesthetics, the feelings, and rewrite your brain, because your brain is very plastic, it's very changeable. And it's obvious that it's changeable because you do change your opinions about things all the time. Now, if you're listening to this video and you're knee-deep into the past life and Akashic records, enjoy that. Just remember, it really is all about you. It's not, you're not broken because of your past. You're not broken because of past lives. You're not broken because of your parents. You're only creating and producing from what you had captured, how you organize it, and the meanings you give to it. And you can change that with your tactics, FasterEFT, and changing memory. This is Robert here in Oklahoma. Learn how to love yourself, like yourself, be kind within yourself. And if this makes sense to you guys, give me a thumbs up, share with your friends. And if it bothers you, let it bother you, or you can even tap it away and just accept that really all we have is right now. Right now is real. And everything before this moment doesn't exist. So make your nows really good. Clean up your head, and whatever you clean in your head, you will not produce from the bad in your future. If you have a good now, you're going to produce more good. This is Robert. Peace.